Hello, my name is Stella Iancu. Through this presentation, together with other members of my group Media Nana, we are going to talk and analyze two companies during the simulation business game, Serpent, and our company Massport. We are going to focus in four main parts. First, an overview of Serpent and Massport company, then analyzing and comparing the markets, competition and business model, evaluating and comparing the business performance, and last, we have a plan how to grow Serpent over the next 3 years. Both companies operate in retail business. They are located in London and their focus is on customers from different segments of markets. They sell 4 products for sports and adventure: skateboards, in-ice skates, ice hockey sticks and tennis rackets. For Serpent, the mission is to provide the best equipment at affordable prices. They have the vision to expand business into European markets, and for Mas, we have the mission to deliver happiness to employees, customers and vendors. And for their vision is to provide the best customer service possible. They have different strategies. For Serpent, the strategy is to focus on product development and to provide the best sport equipment at affordable prices. And they do this by developing new products in existing markets and developing existing products through technology. And for Mas, the strategy is to maximize shareholders' value and increasing market share. And how we did this? We did this by pursuing profitable growth in the relevant sector segments. Both companies' goals are based in a SMART model. So specific for Serpent is to increase profits by at least 10%, and for Mas to achieve company's revenue £1 million. Measurable, to increase revenues above 10% for Serpent, and for Mas to increase revenues by 15% per year. Achievable, for Serpent this is to achieve this over the next 12 months, and for Mas, in spite of high competition, it is achievable. Realistic, given current sales forecast for Serpent and the goal fit to our business completely for Mas. And time, monthly review to ensure achieving this by October 2019 for Serpent, and for Mas achieving the target during the next 3 years. If we give a look to human resource management, we can see that during these years, these periods, both companies have changed their managing directors. So Serpent first went with Miss Florissa Stone, and then they chose Mr. Joseph Peters. And Mas, in year 6, we had Mr. Harry Legman, and then we went with Miss Florissa Stone. We can see differences in their sales department as well. So Serpent has a sales department with 15 persons, with an average sale of £2,500. And Mas has a department of sales with 7 persons, with an average sale of £2,000. We can see huge differences in training budget and working conditions. Serpent has spent a lot about this in an excellent level, and for Mas, this is an average level of this kind of expenses. To compare their business model, we have used business model Canvas. If we see through this model, both companies have a lot of similar elements inside it, but just for a matter of time, we are going to focus more on their differences between them. So key partners. Serpent went with, most of the time, with Schneider, which is a supplier which offers products with good quality but with higher cost as well. And Mas went most of the time with Hong Kong, which is a supplier which offer products with good quality but with lower cost as well. They have the same key activities. They have different value propositions. So for Serpent, we have focus on high quality products and environmentally and friendly products. For Mas, we have high quality products as well, but with competitive prices in the market. They have the same customer relationship and customer segmentation. Both companies went with mixed marketing channels. We have differences in key resources. As I mentioned before, Serpent has a team with 15 persons of salesperson, and Mas have a staff with 7 salespersons. Both companies have the same structure of cost structure, so sales and products cost, distribution, administration cost, etc. And they have the same revenue from their 4 products in the market. Here we can see the overall performance of the company, for which we will explain in details later. As we can see, Serpent performed better than Mas in terms of revenues and in terms of profits. Here we have the cash flow performance of both companies, And in this part here, we have both companies with other competitors in the market, when we can clearly see that Serpent is in the first position with 156 points, and Mass is in the fourth position with around 150 points. According to their business model, since they have different missions and strategies, of course, we expect different value propositions. So for Serpents, we have a focus on high quality products, price and quality are suitable, and environmental and friendly products. Serpent has Mass has a different strategy. They sell high quality products as well, but they want competitive prices in the market regarding to the sale prices. According to the supplier choice, Mass Sport most of the time went with Hong Kong, which is a supplier that offer products with good quality but with lower cost comparing to other competitors suppliers. And Serpent went with suppliers with high quality products with high quality but with higher cost as well. Only for skateboards they went with Brodowski, which is the supplier with the lowest cost and the lowest quality in the market. Why? Because skateboards most of the time was in the dog position in the BCG matrix. Regarding to the marketing expensive, both companies spent a lot of money for researching, analyzing and developing market. Both companies went with mixed marketing channels to sell their products, but there is a huge difference in marketing budget. In year 6, Serpent has spent a lot on marketing comparing to Mass, and in year 7 we have a new approach of Mass. They spent a lot of marketing expensive comparing to Serpent. According to the competition, this chart shows how both companies went in the market as competitors. So for Serpent, the focus was to provide best sport products with higher quality. That's why they choose suppliers which offer high quality but with higher cost as well. So they went in the market with higher sales prices. For Mass, the focus is profitability. So they choose suppliers with good quality but with lower cost. That's why they went in the market with lower prices comparing to Serpent.
Thank you very much, Stella. We will continue to compare these two companies with a marketing analysis, and this is the BCG matrix for the Serpent. And we can see that all of the product is the right hand side, and when tennis racket, inline skates and ice hockey stick was in the question mark, and skateboard was in the dog. And at the same time, from the BCG matrix of the Mass Sport, we can see that tennis racket was in the start position. It means that this tennis racket for the Mass generated more profit than it to compare with the Serpent. But in this time also ice hockey stick and inline skate was in the question mark, and in the dog square was a skateboard. This is a slide about market research, and there is information about competitors' price, quality, experience, market size and segment size. But here most important thing and most useful thing is Serpent is the competitors' prices, and we can see that Serpent always had a high price compared to their competitors. We continue to analyze these two companies with a SWOT analysis, and we can say that see that opportunities and threats for both companies are similar, but we can see the differences between the strengths. For example, for Serpent, it was a strong position on the market, high quality of product, good reputation of the company, positioning on the segment and loyalty of staff. And at the same time, strength for the Mass was a high profitability, low purchasing cost, and competitive sales price. About the weaknesses, we can see that high purchasing cost and high sales price on the market was a weakness for the Serpent, and that time weakness for the Mass was low market share and a lack of inventory. We can compare these two companies using financial information, and this is extract from balance sheet, and we can see that at the period of 7, Serpent has about 120,000 more total assets than Mass has, and we can compare. We can continue to compare two companies according to income figures from the income statement, and at the period at this period of 7, Serpent generate more profit, about 7,000 more than Mars generated. But if we see the if we compare these figures to previous years, we can see that Mars has a increase in the sales, in the profits, about 20,000, and at the same time Serpent has a decline in the profit. About the cash flows analysis, we can say that just roughly that at the period of 7, Serpent managed its cash better, because here was just minus 2,000 changing in cash, when the figure changing in cash for the period of 7 for Mars was about 46,000 minus. And we can see all these differences are according to the KPIs. And yes, first KPI is a profit. Yes, of course, that for the year 7, Serpent generate more profits than Mars. But if we are talking about profit growth, in this case, in the period 7, Mars performance was better. And also, if you compare the market share for the Serpent was better than it was for the Mars Sport. So, what we are going to do next, how we are going to manage this company, what we are going to change inside the company. First of all, we are going to change the strategy of the company. This is use cost effectiveness and competitive price strategy. We are going to set new prices. We are going to choose new suppliers. We offer some changes inside the HR department and the marketing strategy, and finally we will provide some forecasted financial figures for the next 3 years. This is a price for the period 7, which is already gone, and we offer such kind of prices for next 3 years. The price to compare the previous period, it's all the period, next period, this price goes up, and we hope that this would be competitive price on the market. We offer to change the suppliers, and we think that skateboards from the Hong Kong, inline skates from the Kansas, tennis racket from the Hong Kong, and ice hockey stick from the Hong Kong also is a most demanded product on the market, and we offer to purchase this product from those suppliers for these prices that's shown in the table. And about the sales, we expect a high demand for the product in the next period of 8, but unfortunately we are out of the stock. That is why we expect we will see that small profit for the period 8, but for the period 9 and for the period 10 we expect 10% growth in our sales. About the HR changes inside the HR department, we offer to appoint a gentleman with the name Harry Legman as a team leader. We have experience working with the gentleman, and we hope this is a brilliant guy for this role inside the Serpent. And we also offer to change the figure of salesperson up to 7, decrease it, because 15 we think that it's quite a big figure. We think that we believe that imported directly from the factory is the best choice of the distribution channel, and we offer to spend this amount of the money on the marketing budget for each product. So here we prepare the financial statement, income statement for the next 3 years. And here is two parts. There's the actual figures, and we can compare these actual figures for the forecasted figures. And this is a chart line for the financial figures for the profit. And we can see that we expect a small profit in the year 8, and we hope that this figure would be increased in the profit in the year 9 and in the year 10. Yeah, yeah, we expect such amount of the profit. We hope that our steps would be successful. We hope that during this time we would have best results, and during that time we will make some adjustment inside the decisions. And on the last slide we can see some references which was used during the preparing of presentation. Thank you so much.